Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler's Talking Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, we're so glad to have you here. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side of the mic, my brother from another mother, Tyler Castle. You'll meet him in a few minutes, and I think you'll like him. If this is your first time tuning in, you got to know what you're listening to. Here at Tyler's Talking Sports, we cover college football, we cover college basketball, we cover college baseball. You name it in the college world, we're talking about it. From breaking news to big games to new coaching hires to kids entering the transfer portal, we cover it all. So, if you love what you're listening to and you love this episode, be sure to find us on all major podcasting platforms. Find us on social media. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Be sure to give us a follow and a like there. We're also on YouTube and TikTok, but on YouTube, be sure to give us a subscribe, because when you do, that allows you to get exclusive content that nobody else gets that's not subscribed to us. When you subscribe to us on YouTube, you get exclusive access to our 10-minute episodes that we drop weekly throughout the week. Plus, our 2 episodes we drop every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. You're not going to want to miss any of the content we have. And we appreciate you guys being here, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
This episode is brought to you by Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also offer certified personal training and certified functional fitness classes to fit all needs. If you're in the market for a gym membership, this is a great place to hit up. Hit up Ethan, Tyler, or Jordan at any of their numbers, and check out their website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com.
This episode is brought to you by Little's Lawn Care. Little's Lawn Care is the all-you-need lawn care people. You need your yard mowed, you need your leaves blowed out of your yard, you need your gutters cleaned out, contact Little's Lawn Care at 276-698-5104. Again, that number is 276-698-5104. You can text them and you can call him. His name is Brandon Little. He's an incredible person, and be sure you let him know that Tyler sent you.
And we're live. No new season. It's just we're back. Thank y'all for tuning in to Tyler's Talking Sports. Happy Monday morning. We're glad to be back. This episode is College Football Preview Part 1. Couldn't fit it all into one, so of course we're going to have to break this up. Have the college football season starting here very soon, so excited to get into that.
3 weeks.
3 weeks away. Hess, what have you been into, man?
Gosh.
It's been a minute.
Man, okay. See, the last episode we did, I just had got back from Colorado. I think we touched base on that. May have done one after that. Other than that, coached some baseball, coached some All-Stars here in Lebanon, and honestly, just been working like a dog and taking it easy when I can. But haven't had many
working
days.
Like a dog.
Haven't had many breaks. Went on vacation with the family. Went to PCB this year. Had some fun there. That was pretty good. That was back in July. But man, just excited to get back to it, get back to this podcast. All the people that's been reaching out, hey, when you dropping an episode, we're excited. So I'm amped up, ready to go.
I love it, man. Amped up and ready to go. I am as well.
What about you? What have you been doing?
Oh, same old. Working like a dog.
Yeah, boy. Go dog, boy.
You got that dog in me. Working. Went on vacation as well.
Yeah. Got
another trip coming up here soon.
Yeah.
Just living life, baby. Living life. I got a new appearance myself. I got the stash now for this season, or whatever we're going to call this.
Hey, we're just dropping episodes, man.
We're just dropping episodes, whatever. Changing up things a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, hey, this is college football time. This is where we thrive. This is our bread and butter. This will be
back in full swing.
Yeah, this is our money pitch right here. This is where we just really knock it out of the park.
Yeah, we got a big season coming up, guys. We're going to go into it here in just a second with some of our trips planned, traveling, stuff like that. So make sure y'all listen into that. Then we're going to go over the ACC preview and the SEC preview in this episode. So if you're like the ACC and SEC, which most of our listeners, that's their teams. That's where they're at. That's the conference they're in. We're going to touch on that. And of course, we will touch on the other conferences as well. Like I said, it's just too much to fit. We're trying to keep the episodes still at around an hour because that's a really good time frame for us and for our listeners as well. So just make sure to keep that in mind. We are going to cover the other conferences as well. Mm-hmm. And guys, if you're not following us yet on social media, make sure to give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
X.
Give us a follow on all of it. Yeah,
Yep.
X. Our Facebook's actually been doing pretty well, even though Hess and I haven't been recording. Love all the comments. Everybody comments on our photos, pictures. We had a lot of feedback from the BMS Super Speedway game between Atlanta Braves and Cincinnati. We had a lot of our listeners there, keeping us updated there. So, make sure to give us a follow. Our goal this year, Hess, do you want to tell them what our goal this year is on Facebook?
On Facebook, we want to hit 2,000 followers at least. YouTube, I'd love to see us hit 100 subs. We're at 56 subs right now. So
YouTube stuff.
Be great to have 100 there. We finally crossed the century mark on Instagram, so we're over 100. Shout out to Mike Reese. We announced his commitment to UVA-Y. So congratulations to him on that. We are going to have Mike Reese on probably in about 3 weeks or so, maybe right around the time they play Honecker Coal Bowl or whatever.
Coal Bowl, baby.
Talk about his recruitment. Another thing I'd like to shout out, if there's any high school guys out there, seniors getting recruited, would like to be on to talk about their recruitment, talk about where they're going. We'd love to have you guys on, talk about that, join us with our college picks, stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm excited. We've got a lot of big things planned. What are some of the stuff we got going on this upcoming season, guys?
Well, since you asked, we'll be traveling.
Oh,
got a lot of games to go to.
Frequent flyer miles.
One big game. Shout out to Lee, Oregon State versus App State. You and I was just talking about that with the dates. So I think that's October 4th.
October 4th, yep.
So we will definitely be at that one. I'm really looking forward to that. Had a blast last year at App State.
Hopefully won't be freezing down there like we were last year.
Great hospitality. It should be a little bit warmer than it was last year. We went down last year, what, December?
November.
It was November. Late November, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's towards the end of the season. It was freezing. They play JMU. So it should be a little bit warmer. I love Boone. Boone's a great place to be at, so very excited to be back
River Street
there.
Parking Garage, baby.
River Street Parking Garage. Yes, sir.
Can't wait.
I will let a shout-out go for that, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait for that. Looking forward to that. Another game we've talked about, we need to start looking at tickets, is Pitt versus West Virginia.
Yep.
Really like to go to that game. Working on some tickets right now with Tennessee. So don't know which game yet we're going to go to, but of course always want to make a trip to Neyland. So definitely want to see that one. We've talked about Tech Miami. So we might be going to the Tech Miami game as well. Am I missing anything, Hess? I know we've mentioned a lot. ETSU. I'd like to go see a game at ETSU as well. It's local. It's close, about an hour away. So want to see a game there as well. Might go to Wise. Might pick up a game there or something. Emory. You never know. Never know. Hess and I are going to try to do more games this year. That's the goal. Because every time we went to games last year, we had a blast.
Absolute blast.
And very fun. Very fun.
We like interacting with everybody, especially the tailgaters and everything. Big thing with these trips is not only for us to experience these college campuses and what makes these teams and the fans so passionate, but is to just help us get the word about who we are, what we do. And we're not about going down there and like being like ESPN and Fox and all them. We're down there just to get the true reaction from the fans, how they're feeling in the moment. And that's kind of our thing, like we do here, man. You talk about our opinions, and we kind of want that from the fans. So that's what we do when we go on these. I'm sure we've got several lives we will drop this year. And you, a bunch of lives like we did last year. We've had a blast with those.
We're actually going to do another powerlifting meet. Our Next Level Fitness Club, one of our sponsors that you'll listen to at the beginning of the episode, will be hosting another powerlifting meet probably sometime coming up in October or November. So TTS Sports should be there commentating that again. So
write that down.
I just wanted to put that out there. Yes, keep the dates open. I'll make sure to plan dates with you before I schedule the powerlifting meet. But we had a blast doing that last year. Very fun. Had a lot of listeners in on that. Something different. Great. So if anybody just wants a good laugh, just tune in. That'll be on Facebook only probably. So just tune in on that if you're not following us on Facebook. So,
other than that, I mean, we've talked about guests. Again, anybody wants to join us. I mean, you don't have to be a high school athlete or anybody, but anybody wants to join us to maybe give us a hard time for stuff we said in previous episodes, or maybe just wants to get in on the picks and everything we're doing, feel free to just reach out to us. Another thing I want to say, you was talking about the BMS, the Speedway Classic. If you guys go to football games or anything, you want to send us pictures to post on our social medias, we greatly appreciate that. We give you the photo credit and everything like that. But it's good to see the outreach, to see, hey, we've got people that listen to us that go to this other stuff, lets us see what's going on at these places. So be sure to message us anyway, text messages, email, Facebook, whatever. Looking way out, guys. Hopefully one day, if this thing kicks off real well and does well, we'll have our own studio at some point. We and Castle have, we've talked about that, beat around the bush a little bit about it. That's down the road, but that just gives you guys an idea of we don't plan on stopping this thing anytime soon. So we do appreciate everybody that has tuned in with us. And again, if there's anybody out there that has a business that wants to sponsor, reach out to us. We'll talk about it. We'll do whatever you need us to do. If it works out financially and everything for everybody, we'd love helping grow small business.
Yeah, I was going to say we actually have a new sponsor for today's video,
yes.
Which will be shouted out just a little bit after the ACC preview. So,
yes.
Looking forward to that. So thank you for the sponsor. You know who you are already.
I would say, guys, if there's anybody out there listening, we've already got 3 sponsors on here. We probably got room for maybe 2 more. So if there is anybody out there who would like for us to give them a shout out for their businesses, reach out to us. We'd greatly love to have you join the TTS family.
One thing I was going to plug in here just real quick before we get into today's episode. Hess and I have talked. We'll probably, honestly, every year take like the summer pretty much off.
Yeah.
Because we're just way too busy. So thank you all for sticking with us throughout that time. So just keep that in mind coming up for next season. We'll probably run it like we did this year up until, April, May, somewhere right through there.
Yeah, and I think
right at the beginning of baseball, pretty much.
And I was thinking too, like I know we go into basketball and all that with football kind of going at the same time. I was thinking too, it's hard. We found out really the hard way. It's really hard to keep up with baseball. So probably we'll focus more once basketball simmers down. Those last couple of episodes will be looking toward football season and kind of setting up for what we're going to do in the fall, which will be right now. So we may limit the baseball, but we'll continue the college football, dive into all that real deep, and then college basketball, and then taper off and go back into football kind of easy at the end in the spring.
Yeah, because we've learned the past 2 years, it's just it's hard. Life's busy, and the podcast is supposed to be fun, so we never want it to be we don't want to get burnt out, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we want to make sure we have time and can put out good content for you all. So
and that's the other thing too. Like we never really thought we would see the growth that we've had over the last year and a half with this. We kind of thought it would just be us just talking to each other about sports and having a good time. And we do care about each and every one of our listeners, the people that follow us, that like our stuff, share it, let other people know about it. I've had a lot of people say, hey, such and such came up to me, told me I didn't know you had a podcast. I'm following you now. So we don't want to cut you guys short. So we're kind of we're being very transparent on what we're going to do. Yep. And we do care about each and every one of you. So we want to give you the best content and what you all want to hear.
Upfront and honesty. That's what I like to hear starting out this season.
Yeah.
Hess, you ready to dive in?
Yeah, man. We got
to the ACC preview.
Yep, this is part 1 of the college football preview, guys. We're going to do ACC, SEC starting off, like Castle said. Next week, we'll go into Big 10, Big 12, and then we'll finish out with pretty much the rest of the conferences week 3. So sit tight with us. We talk about your favorite team or your favorite conference. We're going to cover it. We're going to do the best we can. We got a lot of notes, a lot of stuff here to talk about. So ACC had some coaching changes this year, Castle, going into it. What's some of the coaching changes you've seen in the ACC this year that kind of stand out to you, or something maybe that people are like, don't really maybe know about?
The biggest one, of course, Bill Belichick at UNC. Everybody's got that, first game circled, see what he can do. Whole new staff, brought in all new people. So pretty much a wipe of the previous staff. So we'll see what he can do. I think UNC is probably going to be pretty tough this year, in my opinion. Yeah. I think they got a good roster. I don't think they were that terrible last year. So bringing Bill in with all the knowledge he has, I'm curious to see how he can do transitioning from the NFL back to college, to see, if he can relate to those players, which I'm sure he can, but it's just, it's a pretty big age gap if you think about it, from NFL players to college kids.
Yeah.
You're going from mid-20s, early 30s, late 30s to 18 to 20.
My big thing here with North Carolina this year is, does Bill Belichick have quick success, or does it take him a while? Because I think his name alone is going to attract big names. People are going to want to go play for Bill Belichick. But if the success is not there early, I could see them recruits looking elsewhere, looking to other teams. And I think it's very important for North Carolina and Bill Belichick to start the season off very well, very strong. That doesn't mean they need to make college football playoff, but I think they need to start off really strong and see how the season goes. If they start out maybe 1-4, 1-2, 1-3, that could hurt him, especially in what he's trying to build there. I mean, he's got a
How long? Let me ask this. Okay, if they start off bad, how long do you give them with Bill?
I think you let Bill run out his contract. I think he signed a 3-year deal with an option for a 4th. I was just looking, at their roster. I mean, I thought they got the Texas A&M quarterback that was there last year. Did he enter the draft? Was he a senior? He was a senior. So they've got a new quarterback there. I mean, you're looking at a sophomore in Gio Lopez, and Bryce Baker's a freshman, so really young at the quarterback position. They do have some seniors returning, and Kobe Bayshore, senior. That's going to be really good. But I think the big thing with UNC is on the defensive side of the ball, because, I mean, you look at some of these ACC teams that we're going to talk about, the offense is there with some of these teams, and then the defense is kind of the lackluster part of the ACC from what I've seen.
Lackluster.
But, I mean, just to go over we'll dive in more into it here when we get down to UNC. But I really do think starting off strong for UNC will pay dividends for Bill Belichick rather than starting off slow and then building momentum. So I think a big early start be really good for them.
Yeah. I think the hype is already there.
Yeah.
For Bill Belichick, so he needs to live up to the hype, in my opinion, or he'll be on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
I swear he'll be on the hot seat. Another big change right here. I like that you put this one in here for today. Gus Malzahn, new offensive coordinator at Florida State.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know, that used to be the head coach at Auburn. Was he with Cam Newton? Was he that time? Was he there? Is that when Malzahn was there?
I get him and the other
offensive coordinator. He was before. He's offensive coordinator.
I get him and the other coach confused all the time.
They did commentating for a while.
Yeah.
I just don't know the time frame. I can't remember if he was the head coach there or not. But anyway, he's got experience.
Yeah.
Maybe one of our listeners can let us know when he was there. Or I can look that up, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, new offensive coordinator at Florida State. Florida State, of course, everybody remembers what happened last year. Terrible year. So I think Florida State's definitely going to have a better year than they had last year, just based off how bad it was.
Yeah.
I don't see Florida State repeating what they did last year.
Gene Chizik was the head coach.
Gene Chizik.
Gus Malzahn was the offensive coordinator
at that time.
And then he took over as head coach when Chizik
That's
left.
right.
Yep.
Yeah,
I always get
Chizik.
him and Chizik.
I forgot Chizik.
I get them confused every time.
Yeah.
The other big one here, and I think this is bigger than probably, I would honestly say, as far as a program, this is bigger than the Bill Belichick at UNC. Virginia Tech did a complete overhaul of coaching staff. They brought in new offensive coordinator Philip Montgomery and new defensive coordinator Sam Safikas. Hope I got that correct. It's a weird spelling. But the thing is there, Pry, he's in the hot seat right now.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And they've got to start. They've got to have a good season. I mean, I think another 500 season, he's fired. I think if they don't make a decent bowl game, you might see him fired, especially if they lose some of these games you think Tech should win. And a thing, too, with Tech, I was looking at a thing that's showing the top football programs in state of Virginia. They have Tech number 3. They got JMU 1, Liberty 2, and then Virginia Tech and Virginia.
In the state of Virginia. Wow.
Yeah, and that's
bad.
I mean, hats off, as I always say on here, to JMU and Liberty for getting to that point with their program, but it's Virginia Tech. They've got to do something.
I mean, VT, in my opinion, should be the best college in Virginia. Just being there. It's a beautiful campus. Which, nothing against Liberty and JMU. They're nice too, but that's not you're not trending in the right direction based off the attendance.
In 3 years
students.
there, Brent Pry has been 16-21. I mean, he's under 500.
One problem with Tech, they're not getting recruits.
Well, that's the thing. They're losing the state of Virginia. They got away, and this happened back when they brought in what's his face from Memphis. They brought him in, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to recruit Texas and Florida," and got away from the culture and what made Virginia Tech great. Going up to the coast of Virginia Beach, up there in Norfolk, Newport News, Virginia Beach, and grabbing those 3-star kids that became 5 stars.
Beamer used to go all the time. Yeah.
Macho Harris. I'm
gonna say this again. I'm gonna say it again. I brought it up last year.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say he has an outstanding year. Outstanding year. Do you look at Michael Vick as a head coach option for Virginia Tech? I mean, he's the greatest player Virginia Tech's ever had.
Do you look at him? So. Yeah, absolutely. Do you look at him? Absolutely. But, I mean...
Because I think that, I would want to go play for Michael Vick.
I mean, I think if I'm Tech, I swing for a home run. Which
They
granted,
got to spend some money.
Tech may go out and have a great season, okay? But if they don't, you swing for a home run and you go try to get, which is the one name that everybody's mentioned at Tech, but I don't think you get him, but you do what you can, but you try to get Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
Because look what Shane's done at South Carolina. You bring him to Tech following his dad's legacy. He knows what his dad did and knows what that coaching staff did to make Tech what they were. I mean, they were a perennial top 15 school.
Did Tech pass on him?
They did. I can't remember if they passed.
Is that the rumor? Or
I know during that time when they went and hired, when they were in that big coaching carousel, because they had Kirby Smart. They interviewed him. They didn't offer him enough. They offered Rich Rodriguez.
What a miss.
There was another coach, too, they offered. I think Steve Sarkisian was part of that, too.
Wow.
But I can't remember if they offered Shane or not. I don't think they did. And if they did, I think it was maybe for like an OC position.
Gotcha.
But I think that's where they have to go. But Michael Vick, I would have him on the radar.
I'd have him on the radar if he has a good year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's he at? Norfolk State? Is that
Norfolk State, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I put him on my radar, and
I mean, I'd look
I'm
at
not a Tech fan. I know we got plenty of Tech fan listeners. I'm curious to see, who they would want as a head coach, because everybody I've talked to is out on Pry.
I mean, I look at it this way too. Another coach I'd look at if he has a good year at App State. I mean, I'd hate to see it for App State, but Dole Loggins, if he has a good year at App State, that will be a coach. But the other one I would look at, I'd stay in the state of Virginia, and I would go look up at JMU, and I would try to get Bob Chansey. I would try to get, or Bob Chesney, sorry. Kenny Chesney's
little brother. No free shout out.
Yeah, I would try to go get him. I mean, look what he's done at JMU, put them on the map. I mean, I know they lost, Cigaretti to Indiana.
Yeah,
he helped build JMU.
Yeah,
he helped build JMU, but, I mean, JMU's coming in with a powerhouse team this year. If Chesney has a good season, why not? So
yeah, I mean, we've seen it transition from the JUCO, or not necessarily JUCO, but
it's there.
smaller school to bigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that take. I'm curious to see what happens with Texas year. I hope they're good.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to go to that Tech Miami game.
I do too, man. I want it to be hot. I want them
to be good.
I want it to be a night game.
Blacksburg is fun when they are good.
Absolutely, man. I want to be there. I want to be there for it. I want to tailgate with them. I want to have a blast. I don't want to be up there with mediocrity.
Yeah. Mid.
Yeah. Yeah, mid.
Mid. You want to go into the top transfers?
Yeah, top transfers. Just looking at it, there's three that we've kind of eyeballed. One, Carson Beck to Miami. That's looking like that could be a really good move for them. And when we look what Cam Ward did last year going into that offense, we know that Carson Beck has that big arm. Similarities to him and
AP likes it.
Yeah, him and Ward are similar in their play style. They have a big arm. Short passes are a little iffy sometimes. Cam Ward's a little bit more athletic, obviously. But, I mean, Beck could have a big year down there. And we've seen what he did in the
got
SEC.
Experience.
Yeah, he's got experience. He played in the SEC, played those elite defenses. That's not going to be an issue. That outside drama, he got get that out of there. I did see that he's back with one of the twins. They got back together, so hopefully his love life's better.
Good.
He plays good.
It got pretty ugly there for a while.
It did. It got really ugly. The other big one here, Darian Messiah. He came from Tulane to Duke. That was the big recruit or the big transfer until Carson Beck decided. That could be
Mensa.
Yeah, Mensa. Sorry, that could.
Might be the Messiah though. Of Duke.
He might be.
I mean, he very well could be.
He's a
this
stud.
Kid's good.
Yep,
he's very good.
The other one that I liked here, I pulled this one. Miller Moss. He came from USC. He was really good. I mean, he was a top recruit coming out. And Louisville is really good at finding
under the radar.
Yes, and they find these players. You're like, who's that? And so look at Louisville and Miller Moss there. So that's kind of your top recruits there, the top transfers that came in. Some other ones there, Deuce Robinson. He came from USC to Florida State, wide receiver. Xavier Lucas came from Wisconsin to Miami. He's a DB. And David Blade Jr., he came from Louisiana Tech to Miami. Miami did really good in the transfer portal, so we'll see what happens if that
David Blade, is that what you said?
Yeah, David Blay. B-L-A-Y.
Oh, that's still a nice name. Yeah. I like that.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the ACC. I think the ACC is going to be a little bit better this year. I think top to bottom they'll be better, but I still think you're looking at maybe 2 teams, 3 teams to stretch to make the playoffs. But with that
Maybe.
said, the projected finishing order, we're going to give you that. This is the projection from like pretty much a generated thing of how they think it's going to be, and then me and you will kind of give who we think will be maybe in the ACC championship game, who will be our top two in the ACC. If you want to go over the how they say the projections are for the ACC.
Yeah, I'll read them down 1 through 16 here. So right now in the projections, number 1 is Clemson. Obviously, I think that's automatic right now. Number 2, right here, where's Carson Beck comes into play, Miami. Number 3, SMU. Number 4, Louisville. 5, Georgia Tech. 6, Duke. 7, Florida State. 8, Pittsburgh. 9, UNC. 10, NC State. 11, Virginia Tech.
And before you go any
12
farther, there, if Tech finishes 11th, prize gone.
Oh, without a doubt.
They've got to finish in
This
this
team's
top
got to
half.
win 8 games.
They've got to finish in the top half.
They got to go 8-4 at least. And he still might be on chop block.
They've got to be in the top half of the ACC for him to at least consider them keeping him.
I agree. And if I was a Tech fan, I'd want him gone right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's
he's had
consensus.
time, and it's not nothing's improved. It's gotten worse.
Absolutely.
Number 12, Boston College. This one surprised me here. Number 13, Syracuse.
Yeah, that one. But they did lose a lot. They lost a lot.
They lost
some transfers.
What's his face?
Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big loss.
You got a great coach. They recruited very well. They're just young, very young.
I think they'll be tough. 14 Cal, 15 Wake, and to round out the ACC, we got number 16 Stanford.
Yeah.
So Stanford and Cal coming into the ACC, not doing so hot. The only team really that's made a splash in the ACC is SMU.
Cal did all right last year. I think they finished in the top 5. They made that big stretch down the sea because remember they played Miami in that big long game.
They started off terrible though.
Yeah, they did, but they played good in ACC. But they did lose a lot too. What was decent for them? They lost their linebackers. They lost the running
Stanford
back.
used to be so good.
And that's the thing. Stanford, they just now got an AD.
Andrew Luck. All them teams.
Well, see, that's the thing. Stanford, they didn't have an AD or a GM over the football program. They had Andrew Luck for the last 6 months, and they just now hired a GM AD to take over for Andrew Luck because he was just the interim.
Wow.
But looking at this projections, do you say, "Yep, that's what it's going to be," or do you see some changes?
I see some changes. Of course, we'll know as the season goes. It's going to change week to week. Obviously, we'll see which teams really have the step. I will leave Clemson number 1. They should be first in the ACC. They have the best depth, and I hate to say it, but one of the better coaches in the league.
Well, I think the telltale with Clemson is going to start week 1.
I mean, Klubnik should be prime this year.
But I mean,
I'm sure he's in the
1,
Heisman race.
In LSU or at Clemson, they play LSU August 30th. You got 2 of the premier quarterbacks in college football, in Klubnik and Nussberger. Nussberger.
However you say his
You got
name.
him coming in. I mean, that's going to be if Clemson goes into that game and kind of does a Georgia on what Georgia did to Clemson last year in that game. Yeah, but if LSU comes in and knocks the brakes off of them,
LSU very well could. They're going to be tough this year.
And I'll throw this out there too. Let's say Clemson has a mid-season. Do you think about moving on from Dabo?
Well, Dabo's finally made a splash in the transfer portal. He finally understood that you can use the transfer portal.
Yeah.
No, I think you keep Dabo.
Okay. I mean,
the reason why. I mean, look at Clemson. They're usually top half every year. The ACC. Why he's been there.
Yeah, I mean, Dabo's record there is he's 160 and 40, 180 and 47. In his career.
He's not a bad coach.
Yeah, he's been there 16 years.
Yeah, you hang on to it, man. You make him like Nick Saban.
I mean, I get that, but
I see Clemson getting another national championship. So I don't see it this year. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, but I do think Clemson wins the ACC.
I mean, you look at him though. Here's my big thing with Clemson. You got Klubnik. He's one of the highest rated quarterbacks.
Right?
Yep, senior. You think you got their entire offensive line is seniors except for one. They got their left guard is a junior.
This is a good year. Should be a good year for them.
And then their skill positions, they got a junior, sophomore. And then at tight end, they got Olsen, Pat Henry, who had a very good year last year coming into his junior season. And then they got an Adam Randall as senior at running back. So they're stacked on offense.
Stacked on experience, yeah.
And their defense is always good. So, yeah.
I think they're going to be tough. They're going to be better than last year. Should be. I do think LSU probably edge them. I just think LSU. I think quarterback for LSU is better. I'm just going to say it. I really.
Is Brian Kelly a better coach than Dabo Swinney?
No.
That's where I give the edge to Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Is this game neutral site?
In Clemson. In Death Valley. Night game. 7:30 kickoff, ABC.
I might change my prediction when it gets a little closer.
All right.
That's going to be a close game. I'm going to say like 31-28 right now. Calling it right now.
Instant classic.
Yeah. Tight game, so I'm going to project.
Yeah.
But I do agree with Clemson being at the top. A couple changes up here at the top I would change. I do think UNC is going to be better than ninth.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're just putting them middle of the road, because so much unpredictability with Belichick and a whole new staff. But I think he'll get things figured out pretty quick. Probably already does. So I put UNC probably fifth, somewhere in that ballpark. I do like Louisville up at fourth, especially with Miller Moss coming in. SMU at 3, absolutely. I can see SMU actually second.
Yeah.
Very tough squad. Miami, we'll see what Carson Beck can do. If you don't turn the ball over a lot, I think they'll be good. But Miami does Miami things. We know that. So I'm not high on the Miami train. Syracuse, that one surprised me. I didn't see them dropping that far down. We'll see what they got game one at Tennessee.
If you look at Syracuse's roster, they've got sophomore, senior, junior, sophomore, junior, senior starting for them. And then on defense, they got senior, senior, freshman, sophomore, senior. So their defense is going to be good.
Defense be good.
The offense is going to be the hiccup there for Syracuse.
I could see that.
And I mean, you look at their schedule.
13th. I think 13th is a little low for them still.
Well, I mean, you look at their schedule. That they play a neutral site at Tennessee to kick off the season, and Atlanta, and then they play UConn, who was really good under Moore last year.
Yeah.
Then they got Colgate. Then they go to Clemson. Then Duke. Then at SMU. Then they play Pitt. So I mean, it's a tough little bit there. That first little bit.
Yeah, don't sleep on Pitt either. They got them 8th here.
Yeah,
I like Pitt.
Me looking at this, I agree with Clemson. I think it's there. I think this is a good year for them. I think you're looking at a potential top seed in the playoff out of Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
The other team here, though, that I'm really high on is Georgia Tech. You got Haynes King coming back.
He's coming back? Okay, yeah, I didn't know if he's coming back.
You got that team coming back. And I mean,
was he a senior this year?
Yeah, Haynes King's a senior. Jamal Haynes, he was a stud last year. He rushed for over 1,500 yards. That's another senior. Their offensive line, they returned to everybody but one starter. They've got all seniors on our offensive line. And then they did lose who was the recruit they lost to Auburn? Eric Singleton Jr. They did lose him. That was a big hit on the offense, but they still got 2 more seniors on that receiving core. And then their defense is stacked with junior seniors. It's all junior seniors except for Kelvin Hill, cornerback. He's a sophomore, but he was a 4-star recruit. So I got Georgia Tech with Clemson in an ACC championship game.
Georgia Tech with Clemson in the ACC championship game. I'm going to go Clemson SMU.
Okay. I like that. I can see that too. I mean, especially, SMU's bringing back, pretty sure they're bringing back Jennings, right, at quarterback?
Should be. I don't think he went to the draft.
Yeah. Kevin Jennings is back. I mean, they brought back their
pretty much
RJ
bringing
Maryland.
back everybody.
They're bringing back everybody but one wide receiver. They got Link Rhodes as a freshman starting for them. And then they got a senior, junior, senior, and then a freshman running back in Derek McKeel, but he was a 4-star recruit out of Texas.
I think they'll be tough.
So, but you look at SMU's schedule, East Texas A&M to start off, that's a win. And then they go Baylor at home, Missouri State's a win.
Is there West Texas A&M as well?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Then they got Syracuse at home, Stanford at home. They do go to Clemson. Circle that game October 18th. That's a big game right there. That could be a telltale sign to how good both those programs are. They got lucked out, got Miami at home this year. The only tough road game they got is going to Clemson, or I guess going to Cal since that's out on the West Coast. But other than that, they play all the tough teams at home.
Georgia, that's pretty nice.
And then back to Georgia, like that. Georgia Tech. I'm excited about this first game. I don't got it on here, but they do go to Colorado. Game 1. And then they got Gardner-Webb. They got Clemson at home. That'll be a big game. That is September.
Speaking of Colorado, is Coach okay?
He had a tumor on his bladder. They removed his bladder completely. I don't know if they restructured a bladder. They can do that now. I was talking to my wife when she was a nurse and everything. She said they can actually restructure and make a fake bladder.
Will he be coaching?
As far as everything says, he will be on the sidelines. He will be coaching this year.
Everything's went quiet with Dion.
He got really private, apparently. Shanor, I know this is the NFL, but when he got drafted, he told his dad to stay away from Browns camp. He didn't want him there. He stayed away from Travis Hunter. I think a lot of the stuff that happened with Dion, you had his kids there, you had Travis Hunter, a lot of media, and I think Dion really took advantage of that. He did very well with the media and being like, hey, They're honest. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about Colorado next week, though.
Yeah.
Very interesting quarterback situation there in Colorado. But back to like Georgia Tech. They got Clemson at home on September 13th. Very interesting game. If we ain't doing nothing, might be a good trip to Atlanta. They got Virginia Tech at home this year. Their toughest road game to me is either the Boston College game or the neutral site against Georgia at the end of the year. Because they're now playing the Georgia game. The Georgia Tech game is now played in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
I don't think they'll touch Georgia, to be honest with you. But that really won't matter.
I mean, but you look, too, they recruited very well. Out of their top 10 recruits, 7 of them are 4 stars.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. So, I mean, very well done. I think Brent Key is doing a very good job there. He was a great special teams coach at Georgia. He has done very well at Georgia Tech. I think
put them on the map.
They're a sleeper in the ACC this year, I believe. Especially if Haynes King stays healthy. That's key.
I'm gonna go with sleeper since you did a sleeper. Yep. I'm gonna go sleeper here. Duke.
I can see that the quarterback plays good. Yep. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Malik Monk, right? He's still there. I think he's returning. No,
Duke Malik Monk. That's why they went and got what's his face.
Oh, was it? Sorry, Mensa.
Yeah, they got Mensa there, quarterback, and then he's just a junior.
They had Malik Monk.
He's a junior, so he can come back next year. Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought he was a senior, but he's a junior. They do have senior running back Jaquiz Moore. He was one of the top running backs in the ACC last year. They're returning their entire starting offensive line. Or returning starters, they're returning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 returning starters on offense, 7 returning starters if you count wide receiver. And then on defense, Duke's returning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starters on defense. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with them sleeper.
I can see that. I mean, their schedule, just looking at them, they do travel to Tulane. That's very interesting. They get to go to Tulane.
First game?
No, that is on September 13th. September 13th seems like a good date, guys. But yeah, they go to North Carolina this year, to Clemson, to UConn, to Syracuse, to Cal.
Ooh.
So they're playing most of their tough games, other than the Georgia Tech game. They're playing most of their tough games on the road. So that could be a reason why Duke's kind of sitting at 6 right there.
Interesting.
But speaking of games to watch, guys, in ACC, TCU, UNC, this is on Labor Day on September 1st. There have been talks, guys. We might be at that game. Don't know yet for sure. Confirmed there. There have been talks of TTS making an appearance for Belichick's first game. LSU at Clemson on 8:30 on August 30th. And then Notre Dame at Miami. That'll be a big game on the 31st of August. Gosh, football season's here, man. We're in August.
It is.
Miami, Florida State, always a classic. That's on October 4th. Louisville at Miami on October 17th. Georgia Tech at Duke. We talked about that one on October 18th. SMU at Clemson, again on October 18th. Miami at SMU. That'll be a big game there on November 1st. Clemson at Louisville on November 14th. Duke, UNC, depending on how those programs are doing, that could be a pivotal game in the ACC on November 22nd. And then to finish out the year, Georgia Tech versus Georgia. Depending on how Georgia Tech's doing, that could be a top 10 matchup on November 29th. So that'll be very interesting to see how that pans out. What's your overall opinion of the ACC this year?
Better than last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they'll be top to bottom better than last year.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, we actually see the ACC make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know we'll talk more
and make a run
on week 3 of the college football preview. That's when we'll dive into the playoff bracket. Did they change it this year?
I think it's 14 now, right?
Is it 14? Let me look here. Let me see how many.
I think it is. I think that finally got voted through.
1, 2,
it's either this
3,
year or next
4,
year.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams make it.
So it's just 12.
It's still 12.
When's it go to 14? I thought they voted on that.
I think it's next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
2026 season.
Yeah.
Okay. Or 2027 technically.
Yeah. I mean, looking at this too,
I wish they would have done. I wish they'd done the 14 this year.
Just pulling this out too, guys. I know the preseason polls haven't officially came out, but some of the preseason rankings that are out there. Look at ACC. They have Clemson ranked number 5. I'm going to say Notre Dame's ACC since they're an ACC and everything but football. As Castle always says, join a conference. They're ranked 6th. So,
join a conference. Sorry.
So that's why the Miami Notre Dame game will be a really big game to start the season off on August 31st. You're looking at the number 6 team in the country playing the number 10 team in the country in Miami. The other teams that are ranked out of the ACC, you got Miami at 10, SMU at 24. And that is it. So they've got 3 teams ranked in top 25 this year. Louisville, they've got them ranked 26th. And then the next one is 35th with Georgia Tech. And then looking on down through here, to my Tech fans out there, guys, they've got you preseason ranked. Holy crap, I'm in the 60s. I am down to the 80s.
Oh, man.
Where is Virginia Tech at, guys? Holy,
Top 100 at least. Come on.
I'm sorry, I missed them, guys. They're 55th.
Okay, I was about to say.
And they got Boston College at 56 and Syracuse at 57.
Wow.
Yeah. And just for giggles here, guys, the worst ranked team in college football, 135th, is Kent State.
Kent State again.
The worst.
They're keeping a record for that.
The worst Power 4 conference ranked team in the country, just for fun, is Washington State at 97th.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising.
Oregon State's 86th. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, ACC,
Washington State.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be a lot better this year. I think we're going to see a lot better competitive football.
Yeah.
I know we'll talk about the bracket and what the playoffs are going to look like, what we think, but do you see more than 2 ACC schools? I know you get a conference champion, then it's based off playoff rankings. Do you see them pulling off like a 4 teams like the SEC, or do you see like Big Ten? They got 4 last year. Does the SEC?
Big Ten's going to be dominant again this year. SEC should be really tough. I'm going to say ACC gets 2.
That's what most people are projecting. So we'll talk about that on week 3 of this. But yeah, guys, ACC, guys, y'all got a lot to be excited for. It's going to be a good season, depending on especially who your team is. Hokie fans, buckle up.
Let me get what's your Hokie fan prediction? What's your win losses for the Hokies?
Let me look at your schedule. I'll go through it. There's Wake. Where's Virginia Tech? Oh, here it is. Virginia Tech schedule. They got South Carolina to start the season off. Go ahead and give them an L. That game is in Blacks.
No, it should be neutral.
Nope, Atlanta, Georgia. Sorry.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia. Then they got Vandy at home.
That was tough last year.
Tough game. That's at Blacksburg. It's not in Vandy. So
I'll take Hokies.
I'm going to say L, W. So give them a win against Vandy. Give them a win against Old Dominion. Give them a win against Wofford. NC State. Toss up, coin flip. I'm going to give them a win. I'm going to say they got momentum. You're on a 3-game win streak. You're 4-1 going into Wake at home. Go ahead and give them a win there. There's 5-1. Then they got Georgia Tech, giving them an L there. A win against Cal. A loss against Louisville. They got FSU at Florida State. They never play good at Florida State. They have, but they haven't. I'm going to give them an L at Florida State. The Miami game at home.
I'm going to give them another L.
Let's give them an L there and a win against Virginia. So you're looking at them going
7-5.
7-5 on the season. That's a bowl game.
That's doable. A lot of people got them going 5-7.
National ranks 55th, like I said. Let me see where it says. Let's see what their bowl prediction. They do have them in a bowl game, so I think we're kind of on the limit there, or at least on what the projections are saying. Bowl game projections here. Let's see, Virginia Tech. They have them in the. What game does it say? I thought I seen it on here real fast. Virginia Tech. I got them playing Missouri in the Casparella Bowl. So, I mean, a bowl game. 7-5. Better than last year. I think
still not where they need to be.
No, not at all. I mean, but the Louisville game, it's at home. If they got momentum,
toss up. Yeah.
The Georgia Tech game.
I mean, and let's be honest, Tech plays to their opponent's levels.
I mean, let's say they upset Georgia Tech. Say they got momentum.
It could happen.
They beat Georgia Tech.
They could beat Miami too. It could happen.
You got Florida State. I mean, they could honestly be rolling into Florida State with 1 loss. It's very.
I don't see it.
It's doable, but I mean,
it is doable.
They upset Georgia Tech. Depending on what Louisville brings to the table. They got Louisville at home, so I'm saying if it's a night game at Lane, Louisville coming in. They're only got 1 loss up to that point. They're going to be hyped up. Go to Florida State. They pull off an upset there. Even if they lose that game, you're going into got Miami coming to there. It's possible. I would say that's why Pry gets fired, because if you look at this schedule and you look at what the possibilities are, very easily they could be a 2-loss team this year if the cards fall in the right hands. If the talent's there and everything. I don't either, but it's there. The possibilities is there. I think there's a lot of close losses here. But, you look at the recruiting too. They're either top 10 recruits. A.J. Brand, 4-star recruit, and the number 1 recruit is Jeff Overton Jr., running back, 4-star recruit. Everybody else is 3 stars.
Techniques. And 3 stars sometimes
they
better
do.
than 5.
They do. Absolutely. I agree with that. But it's Virginia Tech. They've lost a lot. Look at Tyler Warren. They had him. Yeah. This stuff they've lost. But
yeah, they've lost a lot. They have. I don't know. I'd like to see Tech have a good year, but I don't see it this year. I think they need away from Pry, and I think they need to get a big name hire.
Fresh face. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's time.
I agree 100%, man.
It's time. You ready to shout out our new sponsor deal?
Yeah, man. Shout that thing out. I'm pumped about this.
Yes, I am pumped as well. We got a notification on this just early or end of last week, rather, when Hess asked about some sponsorships. So if you're in the market, if you're looking to replace a vehicle for a newer or more reliable vehicle, there is no better person to see than Brian Long at Wallace Imports of Bristol, Tennessee. He puts his customers first and really cares about helping achieve your dreams of a new car. Wallace Imports has 3 new car brands in Volkswagen, Kia, and Subaru with over 200 pre-owned vehicles. If you are looking for something specific, good chance he has it. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, he will do everything he can to get you and your family in a newer, more reliable vehicle.
That's right.
Contact him at 540-355-9921 to schedule an appointment, or come see him at 320 Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, Tennessee. Let him know that Tyler sent you. Bam! Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Brian.
Yeah,
make sure y'all hit Brian Long up in case you are looking for a vehicle. I'm sure, too, he probably does dealer trades if you're looking somewhere else. So he could probably get you another vehicle somewhere else as well.
Absolutely.
So make sure to hit Brian Long up, guys.
Yeah, I've known some people who's bought cars off of him, and Brian's really good, takes care of his customers, guys. So hit him up.
Hit him up. I appreciate the sponsor, Brian.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
SEC preview.
Yeah, boy.
SEC preview. Hess and I, we got the blinders on already. We already got the blinders on. We're looking at SEC. Guys, I'm kidding. I've told Hess the SEC is not going to be as good as it was last year. Coaching changes in the SEC. Hess, do you want to start us off there?
Yeah, some coaching changes. Bama is going to go with 3 coaches, or got 3 coaches over the offense, adding Ryan Grubb to that coaching staff. Their 3 coaches coming in on offense are going to be offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb, Nick Sheranian, and Jamarcus Shepard. Very interesting to see that. I'm guessing one will be over play calling, one will be over line schemes, and one will be over receiver routes. That's going to be interesting how that works. I know Saban did that with when he had Sarkisian and Kiffin on his staff. I do like Ryan Grubb. That is a great hire there. The thing with Alabama, which we'll talk more about it, does anybody listening that is not an Alabama fan know who their quarterback is this year? I'll be honest, I didn't know until I looked.
Is it Hilton or whatever his name is?
No, their quarterback is Ty Sampson.
Ty Sampson. I was going to say Ty Hilton. Okay.
Junior, and then their backup is Austin Mack, sophomore.
Ty Sampson.
But they do have...
He's a what? He's a what? Sophomore? Junior?
Who?
Or is he freshman?
Sampson?
Yeah, Sampson.
Junior.
Yeah. Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he filled in a little bit last year, maybe.
He did a time or two.
Played a little bit.
They do have Keelan Russell. He's there this year, 5-star recruit. Doubt he sees the field. But, again, this is the first year that I can remember in many, many years that we didn't know who the Alabama quarterback was.
That's very true.
Like, I can't remember.
They've had a gauntlet of quarterbacks.
Yeah. And, I mean, even the
year, that might be good, fly under the radar.
But I look at
no name, but
I look at it this way, too. The year Jalen Milroe became Jalen Milroe.
Look how big he was. He's terrible.
But we didn't know anything about him. And then he wasn't even a starter. And then he was third string. He came in. So you might see Russell come into this game, into it this year. But Bama, outside of that, man, I mean, we'll talk more about it. But Bama's stacked. They got an elite roster this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. The other big coaching changes, Auburn goes from one defensive coordinator to DJ Durkin, who was with the team and coaching defense last year. Auburn, they're doing things down there. Hugh Freeze is trying to build something down there. I think he's doing really well. The other big one here, and I like
nice
this.
campus, by the way. Saw
Yeah,
it this
you
year.
went to Auburn. Yeah, you
Yes,
seen
I
it.
actually
Drove on
did. I
there
drove
legally
around.
and everything.
Yes, I got yelled at by a security guard, and I just acted like I couldn't hear him, so I just kept on going. Yeah. So if you're down in Auburn, I'm just going to real quick plug here. If you're down in Auburn, guys, just drive around the stadium. It's called like Heisman Way. You get to see all the Heisman trophies, everything. Really, really nice. There's a security guard there. He'll probably start yelling at you, but just act like you can't see him and just keep going.
Yeah.
And it worked. I got to see all the trophies and everything that I wanted to see, so it was really cool. Saw tumors, so that was cool as well. Yeah, really nice campus.
But the other one on here, Dow Loggins, it's left South Carolina. As many of our listeners do know, he is now the head coach at App State. Great hire
Kenny
there.
Loggins' brother.
Yep,
Yes.
Kenny Loggins' brother. They did replace him with one of the greatest coaches of all time, and Mike Shula.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great for South Carolina, especially with Sellers at quarterback, Shane Beamer. That's a great fit. The other one, I don't got it on here. I meant to put it down. South Carolina or Oklahoma fired their defensive coordinator, and Brent Venables will now call defensive plays. If anybody does know, Brent Venables was an incredible defensive coordinator at Clemson. He did really well when he was at Oklahoma in years past before he went to Clemson. I like that move. It's hard though. I mean, Kirby tried it for a little bit there at Georgia. It came to a point to where he had to get rid of the play calling there because it became too much. That's going to be interesting. But just keep that in mind with Oklahoma this year on defense. If you get mad at the defense, Sooner fans, you get mad at your head coach.
Yep.
So
calling defense, huh?
Yeah. So that's they did.
Is he calling offense too?
No.
Or they got OC?
Offensive coordinator is Ben Arcabuckle.
Okay, so he's all defense.
They fired John Finley, who was the interim, and then they also fired Zach Alley,
John Finley,
and Todd Bates on defense. So they fired their defensive coordinators all together, and then Venables was like, you know what, I'm doing it.
I'm taking it.
The other one that happened, new defensive coordinators at Vanderbilt is Steve Gregory and Nick Lozinski. They did fire Clark Lee, defensive coordinator. So that's the minimal coaching changes in the SEC this year. But looking at
nothing crazy.
No, nothing. I am shocked.
Not as big as ACC.
I am shocked Georgia didn't get rid of Mike Bobo.
I'm kind of shocked about that.
There was a lot of rumors there that was going to happen. There was a lot of rumors that Tennessee was going to lose their defensive coordinator. They didn't.
Banks.
Yep, Banks.
He stayed.
Not because of firing, but just because promotion.
Joey Hazel stayed too. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's in that pocket of Heupel, their buddies. So that's a harder one. Tim Banks was getting a lot of calls to be head coaches.
He was. West Virginia wanted him.
Yeah, but I mean, they got Rich Rod. We'll talk about that next week. But top transfers, you want to go over that?
Yeah, John Mateer.
Yeah,
I think it's Mateer. QB of Oklahoma.
Yeah, he came from Washington.
A lot of hype around him. I've read a lot on him. Just from the polls and everything, everybody said he's going to be really, really good.
He's a stud. I mean, he threw for like 4,500 yards last year, rushed for over 1,000.
I think he'll do good at Oklahoma.
Yeah, very Baker Mayfield
program,
type.
So, I think he'll do very well. Damon Wilson III, he's an edge, defensive edge from Missouri. Transfer to Missouri from University of Georgia.
Yeah, he's a grad transfer.
Really?
Yeah, stud.
Grad transfer.
Yep.
Wow.
That's how come
Damon Wilson III.
If you guys don't know, when you transfer in college football, you can't transfer inside a conference unless you're a graduate. So that's why he was able to transfer within that.
You can transfer, right? But you got to wait. You got to
sit out a year. Yes, you can immediately play since he's a grad.
Gotcha. Eric Singleton Jr., big one here. Hess mentioned him earlier. Transferred to Auburn from Georgia Tech.
Yep, another big one.
Yeah, he was a stud. That happened kind of early too. I remember that trade.
Yeah.
Jackson Arnold, QB at Auburn. That could be a good combo right there.
Arnold
with Singleton Jr.
Yeah.
I think Hugh Freeze got some weapons this year. I think Auburn's definitely going to be better than they were last year. I can never say this guy's name. Casey Concepcion.
Yep.
I think I got it right. Woo! Wide receiver at A&M. He played NC State last year. That's where he transferred from, more than likely. I think that's right.
You're right.
And then Zachariah Branch, wide receiver at University of Georgia.
Yeah, he came
from Branch come from?
USC. He was the number one recruit last year.
Right. He was very
Him and his brother both came to Georgia. His brother plays DB. Another one I want to throw out here, I should have put this one down, was University of Louisiana Monroe. Their freshman running back.
Monroe.
Their freshman running back from last year, who was one of the top running backs in the country. I think he finished at top 5 in rushing yards and touchdowns. He transferred to Missouri.
Really?
And we know what Missouri can do when they have a good running back.
Yes,
they do really well. That one I would definitely sucker. That is Ahmad Hardy. Big nose, loves to take hits, but has
got a big nose. Huh?
Yeah, big playability with him. So keep that one. Sophomore,
Looks like a beak out there. Golly.
So that's another one there. SEC, as far as transfers go, I didn't think they made the splash that you would see from the SEC.
I do think Concepcion.
Another
one
was
pretty big.
I should have put on here. I have no idea why I didn't put it on here, and I'm completely sorry. I apologize to you for this. Joey Aguilar.
Oh yeah, thank you.
From App State.
Nobody's really talking about him. I mean, they were going over the other day. I was watching this podcast, I like them podcasts, and this guy was talking about like the top quarterbacks in the SEC. Started going, 16 down. Yeah. Started naming all. Well, he didn't have Joey Aguilar on there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of
because don't know if he's going to get the starting position.
I'm going to talk about that. I'll pump the brakes on Aguilar. I want to talk about him when we get into the teams.
Yeah.
I got a good take on him. This be my personal opinion of him.
Hey, Hess and I have seen him.
We've seen him in person. And honestly, I've kind of followed the guy a little bit. I mean, you both have kind of followed App State up until more so the last year.
I'm like double rooting for him now.
Right. Projected finishing order right now. Now, again, guys, this is not our projected finishing order. This is just kind of what they're generating out there. Texas with Arch Manning at the helm. They got them finishing number 1. They got Georgia at 2. Louisiana State University at 3. Bama at 4.
I like how you said Louisiana.
Nobody ever says that.
I know.
Florida at 5. South Carolina at 6. Ole Miss at 7. They did lose Jackson Dart. It's going to be interesting how Lane Kiffin does with that offense there.
Oh, yeah. That is a big loss.
Texas A&M, great quarterback, young stud there, sophomore. He played a little bit last year for him as a freshman. Oklahoma lost a lot in the transfer portal, but they did bring in some people. They got the Vols at 10. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Auburn at 11. Missouri at 12, Arkansas at 13, Vandy at 14. Guys, keep this in mind. Vandy was projected to finish last in SEC last year, and what they do, finish 4th.
Something like that. They were good.
Another team here, they got ranked at the bottom. I want to talk about them too. They got Kentucky at 15, and then Mississippi State, which rightfully so here, 16th last, bottom feeders. Not much down there at Mississippi State.
It's went downhill very fast.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Yes.
Didn't they get a transfer from West Virginia? Was it West Virginia? Who's the quarterback?
That's what I was going to talk to you about, because I think he will be one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the SEC this year.
Yeah,
let me find that real fast here. I had it pulled up.
Where did he transfer from? Yeah.
I don't know where he transferred from, but I can tell you who he is. Their quarterback is Zach Calzada. Let me see if I can find where he came from. Oh, he played at Texas A&M, Auburn, and then he went to NCRT in Carson at Word. He will turn 25 in November during his 7th season of college football. Calzada becomes a strong arm and ability to make big plays with his legs, but was working on his ability to make plays with his legs, working on the timing to connect with a group of new receivers in spring practice. Honestly,
I thought they picked up somebody like close.
The other quarterback they got Cutter Boley. That's a freshman. You're probably thinking last year, when they got Brock Vandergriff.
Maybe. Vandergriff graduate?
Yeah, Vandergriff. He retired because of concussions. Yeah.
I remember that in the season.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I really think. I'm a Kentucky fan. I think they're going to be better than 15th in the SEC. I know the SEC's tough, but I think you're looking at a bowl game for them. I really do. Looking at their schedule, they got Toledo. I think that's a win. Ole Miss, that's a loss. Eastern Michigan, that's a win. South Carolina's a loss. Georgia's a loss. Texas is a loss. Tennessee's a loss. Auburn's a loss. Never mind, they're not going to make a bowl game. Auburn's a toss-up. Florida's a loss. Tennessee Tech's a win. Vandy's a toss-up, and Louisville's probably a loss. So, guys, if you're a Kentucky fan, focus on basketball. But I am looking at the recruits and what they got coming.
I will say this: I went to Kroger Field this year too. Very nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. I've been there before too. It's very nice. Very nice campus. Great place.
Nice. Spread out.
Top recruits, though, guys. They do have one of the top tight ends in the country, and Mikael Skinner, 4-star recruit. Darian Stray, offensive tackle, 4-star. They got 5 4-stars out of their top 10 recruits. Stoops, I don't think he's in the hot seat. I think he's kind of one of those guys that's going to kind of be there till Kentucky's like, hey.
Well, he stayed with him last year. I mean, he was going to Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma?
Yes.
No,
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Here's the thing that gets me here, too, guys. Kentucky is projected to finish 15th in SEC. They're ranked 46th in the country.
Yeah.
I do think they finished better than 4 and 8. but it's going to be tough because, I mean, they do.
I'll say 6. I'll say 6-6. I'll say they'll get 2.
They travel back-to-back weeks to South Carolina and Georgia. Then they got Texas and Tennessee at home. Then they go to Auburn. Then they got Florida at home, which we've seen Florida come to Kentucky and drop the ball.
Florida's going to be tough this year, though.
And then they go to Vandy and to LSU or to Louisville to finish out the season. But hey, you got a great quarterback. I think he's going to be a stud. I think he'll be one of the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in SEC this year. One more thing I do want to elaborate on here. Vandy, I think they'll be better than that. I think Diego Pavia will have a better year, but I do think it won't be as explosive. Because
Pavia says they're the best team in Tennessee.
Hey, I love it. Hey, why not? Why not say that? I like it. I like the confidence, the moxie.
I love it too. Love the arrogance, man. I hope he gets robbed.
Well, I mean, anybody's going to say. I would say that too. Like if I'm at Tennessee, I'm going to say I'm the best. Like I'm going to say that. I mean,
and I'd rock you.
But right, I mean, he's the quarterback. He's the leader. If he believes that, that's going to transcend into the locker room. It's going to hype him up.
That's true.
And we look at what Vandy did last year. I mean, that Alabama game. They won that game because of him never giving up.
Yeah,
and
true.
If he comes in, it's like, we're going to do what we did last year, but then balls up and Knoxville.
We'll see what we can do. Yeah.
I mean, you got to say that as a quarterback. Do I think they're the best team?
I like the confidence. I really do.
But I'll let you elaborate a little bit more, and then we'll.
I'm just messing since my team's in Tennessee.
Really.
Yeah, in case y'all didn't know. I do think Texas, I like them picking them to finish first. I think they should. My God, they're stacked all around the ball.
I want to ask this. You believe Arch Manning is the real deal?
I hope so. I told you I want another man to cheer for in the NFL.
I hope he does great, too. I mean, I don't want to see him beat my dogs. They do come to Georgia this year.
But, I do want him to beat your dogs.
Do you really think, though, that Arch Manning is...
Hook 'em horns!
Do you really think he's that good?
Yes, I do. But I like what he said. He's got to go prove it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the Manning in him.
He's humble. Yeah. I like him. I hope he does well. I think he will do well. He's got all the tangibles. We've seen it last year. I mean, Duke can fly, too. Everybody forgets about his speed. So I do think Texas up there, number 1.
Until he comes across the middle and gets cooked by a linebacker.
That's true. Georgia, number 2. Absolutely. Agree with that. Georgia's going to be tough again this year. They got old 45-year-old behind the helm.
He's a stockbroker, man.
Yeah, he looks like he's like 47.
Fun fact about Stockton. He goes to practice and then goes home and works on his 45-acre farm of cattle and
I bet he does.
He drives a 1982 Ford F-150.
My guy. Yeah, he looks like a farmer.
That's the key with Georgia. Stockton.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
yeah.
And I think there's some other teams on here we're going to talk about.
I mean, we could say that, but I mean, look what Georgia's done without. They really haven't had a great quarterback.
I feel, and this is kind of hard for me to say because I was a Carson Beck fan, even though I took a lot of. I mean, you sent me the memes.
Beck was okay.
I liked Beck. I liked him as a quarterback. I thought he did well.
Yeah, I sent you the memes of Ice Age. Yeah, it's hilarious.
But I look at Stockton as a tougher, and this is a big statement here, a tougher Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if
Bennett was pretty tough.
Another thing about Bennett, guys, he is blowing up right now with the Los Angeles Rams. Apparently, really? he's gained 40 pounds of muscle. So he's in the best condition of his life, and he's actually out throwing Matthew Stafford right now. But they're saying Stafford. Stafford, so. Yeah. But good for Bennett. But I think Stockton's. I think he's a tougher Stetson Bennett. Can he lead and can he take the energy and the confidence that he has in himself and put that out like Stetson Bennett did when he was there? That's the big key.
Georgia has to take a step because last year I think they lost a step. I really do.
Yeah, but I think
from where they were
looking more into it, I think there's a lot of drama there with Beck.
There's a lot of drama off the field with DUIs. Let's just get honest.
We don't drive down there, baby.
Listen, y'all have won 24 games in the past 2 years, and I think you've had 25 or 26 Deweys.
I look at it this way.
I'll say this too, since our listeners will like this. Tennessee and Georgia right now are still the laughingstocks of the SEC.
Oh, absolutely. But I look at it this way. You know the NIL deal possibilities? They get Uber or Lyft to NIL deal Georgia players. They don't have to drive. You don't have to worry about DUIs. You get them to.
But they need to do that.
The NIL deal will be huge through the roof. That's great.
They need to do that. You need to send an email on that.
Right?
Or call into one of the radio shows and be like, here's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd call 680 The Fan. See what they're saying?
Yeah. Call in, man. Call in and tell them.
Maybe we'll have them on the show.
Why not? LSU at 3. I agree with that as well. I think LSU, they're going to live and die by the quarterback as well.
I'm not sold on Brian Kelly. Never have.
That team should be good, Hess. They're loaded.
Don't go any farther.
They're good. Go ahead. Go to them.
LSU, you're right. I mean, you got Garrett and Nussmeier. Said it right. Finally, we said it right. Their backup quarterback, Michael Van Buren Jr., another solid quarterback there. But here's my issue with them. They're returning 3 starters on offense. That's it.
But they got good recruits coming in.
They do. They had 1, 2, 3, 5 stars, and then the rest of their top 10 is 4 stars.
Yeah.
They did bring in DJ.
Well, let's
Pickett.
just be honest. That's pretty much every SEC school here lately.
Yeah. Harlem Berry. I think he could be the freshman of the year in the SEC running back.
Harlem Globetrotters, yeah.
Yep, he's a stud. But you're looking at this right here. The big thing here for me is the right guard's a sophomore. They are returning left guard DJ Chestnut. He was their top recruit last year. He did start as a freshman, so that's big. And the only other one they're returning on the offense is junior Aaron Anderson, wide receiver. That's going to be Nussmeier's top target. Running back is going to be the issue, but I think that's going to be by tandem. You're going to be looking at Caden Durham, sophomore, and then you're going to be looking at Harlem Berry as a freshman. Offensively,
I don't think they'll be
You're right. Offensively, it does go through Nussmeier, 100%. And if he plays like he did last year, the dude should have been a Heisman Trophy winner any other season. Travis Hunter went there, he probably should have won the Heisman. Looking at defense, they are returning 4 starters. They do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors on that starting defense. But looking at their schedule, let's just go through that. Clemson game, you got them edging. I don't believe in Brian Kelly on the road in a big game.
That'd be tough.
But you say that'll be a win for them. Louisiana Tech's a win. They do have Florida at home for their first SEC game.
It'd be tough too. Very
Week
tough.
3. Do you give the edge to them? Night game?
Yeah, since it's home game. Yeah.
Then they got Southeast
That's
Louisiana.
a tough place to win.
So they're 4-0 going into Ole Miss at Ole Miss on September 27th.
5-0.
So you got them beating Ole Miss. Then they got South Carolina at home. That'll probably be another night game.
I'm gonna say a loss.
I am too, because South Carolina played them really good last year and should have beat them at home. I'm gonna say a loss there. They do go to Vandy. I'm gonna say a win there. They luck out here and get A&M at home. That's a win. They do travel. Circle this one, November 8th at Alabama.
That's probably a loss.
I'm going to say a loss there. A win against Arkansas, a win against Western Kentucky, and then they finish out the season against Oklahoma.
Yeah, 10-2.
So you're looking at 10-2 with 1, 2 SEC losses.
But we do know Brian Kelly, and I like how you keep bringing him up. That team could very well be 10-2, 11-1. No doubt about it.
And I look at this too, like,
but they very well could be 8-4.
Here's my thing: Brian Kelly's overall record as a head coach is a 308 with 107 losses and 2 ties.
Oh, that's not bad.
But in SEC play, since he's been at LSU, he's 29-11. Granted, not bad. 3 years.
That's pretty good.
29-11. Brian Kelly.
We know just those games. He always has that one game every year. LSU, South Carolina, for example.
Yes.
Tennessee when they went down to LSU in 2022.
Yeah.
I mean, just blown out.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was another game too that they should have absolutely creamed and they lost.
I mean, I just look at they luck out by having South Carolina at home, but you got that as a loss. You got South Carolina going there as a loss at home. And then the only one here that is the toughest game they have is at Alabama. That's their toughest road game is at Alabama. All the other tough teams they play Florida at home. They play South Carolina at home. They play Arkansas at home, but Arkansas don't got nothing either. And I would say Sam Pittman, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. He's gone, the end of the year.
Gone. Got to be gone.
Love Sam Pittman, but not a head coach. He's time.
No, it's time. 1 through 5 there, I probably agree with.
Yeah.
So you got Texas, UGA, LSU, Bama, Florida.
Yeah.
6 South Carolina, absolutely. With them returning quarterback. Sailors.
Yeah.
Lenore Sellers, absolute stud last year.
And bringing in Mike Shula is going to make him even better.
Yeah, that South Carolina team's my sleeper in the SEC.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say that right now. I do think the Vols at 10 is pretty low, but I think that's the big reason behind that is, of course, the quarterback position. Don't know who's got the starting job. Don't know how Joey's going to do with the SEC play. We'll see how he turns out. I do think Aguilar is going to win the starting position. I think he's got the experience. I think he's got the arm talent. or arm strength talent.
Yep.
Let me get that correct. I think he'll be fine. And really, if you pull up Nico's stats from last year, it's like I told you, if he can just do a little bit better than Nico did last year, I mean, look what that team could do. The defense is going to be solid.
Here's my thing with Tennessee. A lot of people, I'm getting sick and tired of this comparison. Oh, he played in the Sun Belt, and he threw all these interceptions. Okay, let's look at the talent of the offensive line and the talent of the receivers that he had at App State. Nothing against them, but we all know Tennessee gets better with talent. You got to sit here and tell me that a dude who threw for over 5,000 yards, 4,000, 5,000 yards in a season.
Broke the record.
Yeah. At App State.
And he's going to be starting quarterback at UCLA.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's got Mike Matthews. He's got Chris Brazzell. He's got Lance Hurd on offensive line. He's got Miles
Carter, maybe.
He's got Miles Kitselman coming back at tight end. That's going to be huge for Tennessee. I'm telling you.
Travis Smith.
He's never had a tight end like Kitselman to play. And then look at the backfield. You got Peyton Lewis, who I will always and continue to say that is Ray Lewis' son.
He's a stud.
And Deshaun Bishop. I love Bishop. Bishop's a great. I mean, the team that is around him. But the big thing with Tennessee, I believe Joey Aguilar will be the guy. He's a senior. He's seen it. The offense they played in App State is almost a mirror of what he's going to have under Heupel. It's a little quicker at Tennessee than it was at App State, but he will be able to command that huddle. The play calls won't be. And he's not going to be arrogant to where it's all about him like it was with Nico. Because I feel like that happened a lot with Heupel. Because when you talked about it last year, Heupel signaling these plays, it was slow. To me, it makes me think that Nico, which granted, none of this ever came out, I think Nico was like, you know what, let's do this.
I'm going to do my thing, yeah.
But I look at this. This is my big thing with Tennessee. And nobody has mentioned it much either. I don't think you've kind of been hesitant with it. But out of all SEC teams, they are returning the most starters on defense. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starters returning back to this defense.
I said defense should be good.
All of them are juniors or seniors. You got Boo Carter, depending on if he's going to be there.
Maybe.
I mean, I look at this defense with Tim Banks.
Boo's playing on both sides of the ball, apparently, by the way.
Yeah, that was part of his big deal in the fall. But now he's wanting more money because he said the deal that they gave him was just for him to play defense. He wants more money because he's playing both sides. But
Heupel will probably tell him kick rocks.
Yeah, but he should show up to practice yesterday. I did see that. He did show up to practice.
Okay.
First time he's reported. He did not participate in anything. He did do some conditioning and stuff. But I
don't look for him to play first couple games.
My big play here, my big time people outside of Joey Aguilar in the offense is I'm looking at because I'm a big defensive guy. Dominic Bailey at defensive end, I think is going to have an absolute incredible year. Trey West, his backup, which you'll see him in on defense probably with him, another senior there. But the other one here, Arian Carter Jr., number 7, plays the wide linebacker position. He reminds me of a Jalen Walker that was at Georgia last year. I think Tennessee finishes in the top 5, if not top 3 in the SEC, if Aguilar does what I think Aguilar can do.
Yeah.
And looking at Tennessee's schedule, let's talk about it. Syracuse, that's a dub. East Tennessee State, hopefully they'll turn into their baseball program. That should be a dub. Georgia, coin flip. I think these teams are very even. I think Georgia and Tennessee. I think if you got Georgia at number 2, you got to have Tennessee right there because I think these teams are very identical. I think Tennessee has the upper hand at quarterback at talent if Aguilar
can put it on the field.
Is comfortable with what the system is.
Yeah, but they can put it on the field against SEC. That's the thing.
It's at Neyland.
That's the question.
And the third thing too. These Vols fans are mad. They're mad because the NCAA video game didn't put them in the top 10 toughest places to play. They didn't have him.
Put us 11th.
Yeah, put him 11th. I did see some other ones that had him like number 1, number 2, but they're mad because
I like those videos where you go and ask like the SEC players where's toughest place, and they all say Neyland.
Yeah, and the visitors' locker room is rated the lowest visitors' locker room in the entire country
for a reason.
Yeah,
for a reason.
Which I like that. It's about as good as Iowa. Iowa has a pink locker room. I think that's really cool too. But I'm going to go ahead.
I like that.
And I'm going to say this, and this hurts. Tennessee going to beat.
I don't see it.
Tennessee going to beat Georgia and Neyland.
Yeah, I don't see it.
So now there's 3-0.
I'd be very happy, but I just don't see it.
4-0 because they beat UAB. 5-0 they beat Mississippi State. 6-0 they beat Arkansas. They do to Bama.
That's a loss.
That's iffy.
That's a loss.
Quarterback play will be key there, but we'll give it a loss because it is on the road. We know how Heupel is on the road. Kentucky a win. Oklahoma at home win. New Mexico
That Oklahoma game would be tough too.
New Mexico State at home win. At Florida, I'm saying that's a loss
That's a loss again
because
They're
I don't trust hype on the road. But hey, things can change. And then they're going to finish out with a win against Vandy. At worst, you're looking at 10-2 or 9-3 on the season. If they're 9-3, that's 3 SEC losses. That puts them just behind LSU. That puts them in the top 5 in the SEC. That's a potential playoff. That puts them possibly in the top 15, top 16 in the rankings. They beat Georgia. They beat Georgia or beat Bama. You could probably coin flip those. You could probably flip them. If they lose to Georgia, beat Bama. I just don't see the 10th. I don't see that with Tennessee this year.
I don't know where they're getting with that either myself. That's not me being biased.
And I mean, you just look at what they're bringing in.
The only thing I can think of, I mean, you're looking at 1 through 9 there. They've all got proven quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I think
that's all. That's
the biggest thing here is Joey Aguilar. Like,
that's the biggest question mark.
What does he do? If Joey Aguilar plays halfway,
what if he doesn't get the starting position? What if they go with Jake Merklinger or if they go with George McIntyre?
If they go with anybody, right now their depth chart's reporting Joey Aguilar at 1 and then Merklinger as
have to be,
number 2.
He's a 5th-year senior.
I'm just saying if he puts up 3,200 yards, and another thing people are forgetting,
that's 1,000 yards better than Nico.
You're forgetting too. A lot of people don't realize this. This dude can run. Mm-hmm. He had 20 rushing touchdowns at App State just maybe last year or the year before last. I know they're not playing SEC defenses at App State. I understand that. But that tells me he can run. And if you look back at a quarterback that came in that had good legs that could stretch that offense, and Hendon Hooker, that was one thing Milton couldn't stretch the field. Nico, he was terrible. He couldn't stretch the field either.
Couldn't even hit wide open passes.
So I'm saying if Aguilar can throw on the run, he reminds me a lot of Hendon Hooker. He has a stronger arm than Hooker. Does it translate to Heupel's offense? Does he buy into the Balls family? Does he buy into the power T? I think he does.
I think he's got a chip on his shoulder now.
I absolutely agree with that. And I think he's out there to prove a point. Like, hey, they traded Nico for Joey Aguilar.
Yeah. Well, they were like, hey, we got you now, but we're bringing in this other guy because he's better.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a little chip.
Yeah.
Little chip. Anything else on the top there, though, you want to change?
I'm not sold on Bama. I mean, I think they got an elite roster. I think they got a great defense. I think they're going to have one of the top defenses in the country.
Last year. We'll see.
The quarterback play. The quarterback is a really big issue. And, I mean, it's sophomore season for DeBoer. Do you have a sophomore slump? Or does he follow in Saban's footsteps and go to the national title like Saban did his second year at Alabama?
That team should.
Another team, I think you're looking – I mean, honestly, I think Texas, Georgia, LSU, Bama, Florida, South Carolina.
Tough.
About even.
Yeah.
And I throw Tennessee in that mix if Aguilar plays to his potential.
If Aguilar steps up, yes.
Ole Miss, I don't see them being that high. I don't think Lane Kiffin has the season because you don't have Jackson Dart in that offense. I don't see that. They do return a lot of defensive starters. Their defense is pretty good. A&M could be a sleeper. And Auburn.
Oklahoma could be. I'm going to put Oklahoma.
Auburn's probably my real sleeper in this overall because of what they brought in. And I think
great head coach.
Yeah. But that's where I'm going. But who do you have in the SEC championship game, and who do you think wins?
I think it's Texas, Georgia, sadly. And then give me Texas.
I want to say, speaking of that, does Texas beat Georgia at Georgia this year?
I think so. I think Arch can do it.
You think they get revenge on the game last year?
I think they do. I'm going to be cheering for Arch. You know this. So,
it's a tough place to play in Georgia.
It is. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's
easy. It'll be a night game. That game is scheduled for November 15th.
I look for that to be a high-scoring game.
Looking at Texas' schedule, they go to Kentucky, to Mississippi State, Vandy, and then they go to Georgia.
Let me ask you this. Can Stockton compete up to the level of Arch Manning?
On the run, absolutely. I believe that. Arm talent, I mean, yeah, Arch is probably better there. But
I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel about Georgia playing Texas?
I feel good about it. Texas got Arch. They're only returning 3 starters on offense. They lost a lot, but if you look at Georgia, they're returning Oscar Delp, Lawson Lucky, 2 tight ends. You got Gunnar Stockton coming back. You got Nate Frazier. You got, and we know how Frazier's a monster.
Frazier is a monster
he's
when
like
he's healthy.
he's like a Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb. Dylan Bell coming to his senior season, huge deep threat. Landon Humphreys coming back. Zachariah Branch out of USC. I mean, if he puts up the numbers he put at USC.
No, Georgia's going to be tough.
And defensively, I mean, it's Georgia. We know what they got defensively. They are a little down on recruiting a freshman coming in this year. But
probably because they're getting Deweys.
The thing is here, I mean, Branch is going to be the X factor for Georgia this year. He's our kick returner, our punt returner, our wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
A lot going through him. Him and Dylan Bell are going to be the big targets. But, I mean, Delp.
Lawson Lucky. I mean, he's a stud.
Lawson Lucky reminds me more of Brock Bowers than Delp. But Delp's got the size of Brock Bowers. But Lucky runs the routes like Brock Bowers. I see Georgia running a lot of two tight end sets.
Always. They always do.
To go back, though, to the Texas game, they're coming out. They'll go to Mississippi State before they play that game at home. Georgia doesn't blow Texas out, but it's a close game, and I think it's going to come down to turnovers and the pressure that gets on Arch Manning. That's the thing with Arch Manning. When he came in his design packages where we knew he was going to be running or knew he was going to be throwing. Now it's up to him. How's he going to deal with when Georgia brings that rush? The other thing we need to mention here, the SEC,
you keep going.
The SEC implemented that new rule to where this year the defensive line cannot switch people around on defensive line. So if the defensive line at Kirby's really good at doing that, where before the snap, the whole entire defense switches. They slide back and forth. That becomes a delay of game on the defense. Even if the offense jumps, that becomes a delay of game on the offense, on the defense. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I really think Georgia could pull that game off. It's his championship neutral site. That game's probably a coin flip. But I will say it'll be Texas-Georgia in the SEC title. As a Dogs fan, I'm going to say Georgia. But I think Texas and Arch Manning really can put it out there. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. Other things here, though, like I said, I like Tennessee up a little bit higher. I think Sellers, depending on Sellers, how he plays with South Carolina this year. If he stays healthy, I know last year he had some injuries. If he plays healthy, I think Sellers could really change things up for South Carolina. The big thing with Sellers is if he stays healthy or not, because last year he did have those injuries concerns. But I do think it will be Texas-Georgia in the SEC title game, unless the wheels come off. If Stockton gets hurt, Georgia does have a 5-star quarterback coming in to play behind him, and Ryan Pelosi. But a freshman, that's tough, but we have seen it in prior years. Jake Fromm, Jacob Eason. Big thing, though, I think you mentioned it, the off-the-field concerns, the distractions. Can Georgia avoid that? Can they block that stuff out?
So you got Georgia-Texas as well?
I got Georgia-Texas as well. I said Georgia will win. I think they win close against Texas at home, but I think that game could be a coin flip, especially depending on how Arch is coming into that game. And if Arch is healthy, I mean, can he play a full season in SEC? Because he is a little body. I mean, he takes a couple hits. Let's see what happens. Hope he stays healthy. I'm an Arch Manning fan. I think it's good for football.
Absolutely.
But my sleeper for the SEC is going to be the Vols.
Interesting. Yeah. My sleeper, already said it, South Carolina. I think they could win.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
They got everything there.
But
wouldn't that be something?
Would be.
South Carolina win the SEC.
I mean, it's doable. Very doable.
Yeah, very doable. Very doable.
Games to watch in SEC, guys, and we'll get ready to wrap this show up here. Texas at Ohio State to kick off football season, 12 o'clock. First game of the season that we're going to be watching, Texas-Ohio State. That'll be a good telltale sign for what Arch Manning's got, what Texas has got. We will elaborate more and go in more in depth on Ohio State coming up next week. LSU-Clemson, we done mentioned that one. UGA-Tennessee, we mentioned that one. Bama comes to Georgia this year.
Ooh.
On September 27th. South Carolina, LSU, we mentioned that one. Tennessee at Bama, we mentioned that one on October 18th. Ole Miss at Georgia the same day. Depending on what Ole Miss has got. Ole Miss plays Georgia really good. Lane seems to have Kirby's number. I think it's where they coach together a little bit. Bama at South Carolina. Very big game. That could have some. That's late October. That's going to have some SEC implications. LSU, Bama. That game's always a barn burner. Texas, Georgia, we talked about that. Tennessee, Florida. I really think Heupel wants to win that game, but it's such a tough place to play.
Yeah,
it's so late.
21 years?
It's
20
so
years?
late in the season. that's interesting there. And then the big game, I enjoyed the heck out of this game last year, the Texas A&M Texas game. That is an incredible game this year. It's at Texas. That'll be Arch's last regular season game. Could be very huge. I mean, depending on what Texas does, crucial. They lose that game, you could be looking at LSU, Georgia, or somebody else taking an SEC spot. But I still think Texas, Georgia, I think you're looking at 4, maybe 3 to 4 SEC schools in the playoff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think minimum 4.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and say it. I think the Big Ten is going to have 4 as well, probably.
You can see that. I can see that. We'll talk again week 3, guys. We'll break down the bracket and everything, what we think is going to happen. But it's going to be interesting what Arch does at Texas. I mean, I think that's the big thing with the SEC this year is Arch Manning. Is he going to live up to the hype? Is he going to be what we think he's going to be? Or does it kind of just –
That's the biggest thing overall.
I mean, you look at magazines, guys.
Yes.
I mean, magazines. There's a whole article about Arch Manning here.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he's got a lot of pressure
the hype's there.
Yeah, I think he'll live up to it. He's got that Manning name. I think he'll live up to it.
But, guys, finishing up, Castle, you got anything you want to circle back to or any corrections you want to make or something that you want to talk a little bit more about, say something about?
Nothing really. No, nothing on the conferences. Glad to be back.
Yeah,
I do want to say that. So, had fun going back through these. Yeah.
All right, man.
Nothing to add, man. I think I'm good.
All right. Next week, guys, again, we will be doing the Big 10 and the Big 12. We'll dive into that just like this. It'll be the same exact, so expect the same time frame. Again, when we get back to our regular episodes by week after we get through these previews, we'll be looking more at 45 minutes to a 55 to an hour. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us this long. Final thoughts. The Braves did beat the Reds 4-2 in the Speedway Classic at Bristol after the huge rain delay and the absolute utter disaster by the BMS facility after last night during the rain. Can't help the rain, but some other things. Braves did win 4-2. Hudson Worthrop went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and Eli White was the MVP. He had 2 home runs in that game. But other than that, guys, I'm excited to be back. I'm glad that college football is just around the corner. Castle, any closing thoughts?
Yankees suck. That's my last closing thought. Aaron Boone needs to be fired.
All right, man. Well, guys, we'll be back with y'all next week. This episode is dropping here on Monday, guys. We hope y'all had an absolutely wonderful Monday. Hope you have a great one. Have a great week. We'll be back with y'all next week. Have a good one. See y'all.
Take care.